Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and we are here to do a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. Now I found this kit that was already put together. I do believe this was an older hip kit. I'm not sure the month or even the year. I think it's fairly recent within the past year, but nope. I'm not really sure. You can see right here there are a whole bunch of frames in this kit. I do remember getting a kit with a whole bunch of frames in it. So yeah, I do believe it is a hip kit. You can see I also had thrown in a couple papers that weren't even part of this kit. This paper right here, I think that might be an Amy Tan paper. I did not actually keep the branding strip off of it or the zip strip off of it, so I'm not 100% sure. You can see I pulled in a wood grain paper for my background. Now that wood grain paper is out of a paper collection called Jungle Safari by Echo Park. I just wanted it for that background, just to use as the background. I thought a wood grain would be really nice. The photos that are going to go on here are not on here even just yet, even now when I'm doing the voiceover, that are still not on there, but they are going to be photos of my new place. So yeah, I haven't even took them or printed them, but that's what we're going to put on here. You can see I do want to use some of that blue. On this paper right here, there's like this brown and orange. It's really, really pretty, but there's also some of that blue in there. I'm trying to trim this down, not trying to. I am going to trim this down in such a way that I do get to keep some of that blue. Now, in the end, my photo mat will cover most of that up, but I wanted some of that blue on there to tie in this piece, this polka dotted piece. I absolutely love this piece. I think it is gorgeous. Again, I do believe this was in that kit as well. Might have been an Amy Tan piece. Not 100% sure. You can see I'm trying to get them to be the same width right, right there. Why is it so hard for me to do that? I don't know. Don't know what I was doing on this day. I initially thought, can you see right here? I initially thought I was going to put these down at an angle. That is not actually how it's going to end up at. That's probably why it was taking me so long to cut them. Because you know the paper is only 12 by 12. So to stretch over diagonally across the paper, it needs to be longer than that. So yeah, I am not going to end up going with that initial idea. I'm going to end up going with it something like this. So see the blue right down there at the bottom of that brown and orange paper? That's the piece I was really wanting to keep off of here. And I did. But again, like I said, it does get covered over. Now, in this kit that I had together, now again, I don't know if I put it together, if it was a hip kit, I'm not really sure. But in this kit, there were these tags. So I do trim out a few of those tags, and I am going to be using those. I, at this time, could not find my hole punch. So instead of putting thread or twine or something through the hole, I'm just going to tie bows and sit them on top of those little tags. One of them I'm actually just going to put a little gem on a little like gold glitter dot in the tag hole. I am out of right here. I'm trying to get my tape to work. I was out of double-sided tape, so I was using the I was out of double-sided tape runner, so I was using the other tape, but I did, when I was going through things on my desk, did find some, so there you go. Now I'm back in business with the tape runner. I do believe that is a Tombow. These right here, they're from Jen Hadfield. Love these. I think these are so cool. I'm actually going to use two of the phrases from this sticker pack. I am going to use up at the top, I'm going to use Heart and Home because, again, like I said, I'm going to be putting pictures of up there that are of my home. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to end up using So Much Happy because I think that really works. I am pretty happy being here. It is kind of taken me a long time to get settled in. I'm still have remodeling going on, so I also still have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that need to be unpacked. Kind of, it's a little bit stressful living this way, but I'm hoping we'll be back to normal pretty soon. We'll go ahead and see. So down here you can see where I'm putting down the So Much Happy. In this kit, there were a bunch of die cuts. Now, I do remember vaguely dealing with these die cuts. There were some that were from Jen Hadfield, and they're kind of shiny die cuts. There was bees and honeycomb, beehives, I think. A couple little people faces of women die cuts, and they were glossy. I remember messing with those months and months and months ago. I am going to actually be able to use one of the women, the girls of the die cut. It's going to go down there right where I'm putting down that so much happy. Now, I can tell a lot of this could have been cut out, and I'm sorry. I'm still not really back into the swing of things of editing videos or even making layouts at this point. Like, I don't think I've scrapbooked for at least a week. I was doing pretty good when we first moved in, and now I'm just back to not. This right here is out of a paper pad, some kind of a kids roll paper pack or something like that. There's like glittery pieces in this paper pack. Not my favorite, but I am going to cut down these 3x4. This is a grid. I am going to cut those down to 3x4 just to use as my photo placement holders. I can probably trim down my photos a little bit shorter so some of that grid, or a little bit smaller so some of that grid will end up showing. I'm going to back this on this brown piece of paper. Now that's brown piece of paper. I know, Becky, you're using brown? Yes, because that beautiful floral does have the brown and orange in it. This brown piece actually came out of another paper pack. It was the paper, let me see, what was it? It was the paper pack called Freebird from Photo Play. This paper pack, I think I somehow ended up with two of them. It's not my favorite. I do like that brown. There are a couple pages and papers in there I like, but for the most part, I think I'm just gonna probably get rid of a lot of these papers that were in this paper pack. But that brown I do like, and I did get to utilize it, so I'm really happy about that. Right there is where one of those frames came in. I told you if one of those frames were going to come in. The frames are a little bit difficult because, for me, because they have the, they all have like an embellishment piece on it. Not really an embellishment piece, but like an icon. So on this one, I just kind of trimmed the frame down, and I'm just using a portion of it over onto the left hand side. Here's the girl I use. Now, I didn't think I would ever in a million years use that die cut of that girl, but it works. I have brown hair, so there you go. That's me. That's me, only that's way cuter. Here I am just going to go ahead and trim down some more of those tags. I am going to end up using 3 of them. This, I'm not really sure where all my pop dots are, but this chipboard piece was in that bag. It looks like all the chipboard has fallen out of it. So I'm just using the chipboard, the backing, or the what is it called? The negative space of the chipboard to use to pop this up, because you can see that frame is also chipboard. So I wanted it to be kind of all level, right? So I did use that chipboard piece to put in there. To hold the rest of that photo placement down, or hold it up, keep it elevated so it doesn't droop with just that photo frame behind it. Here I am just pulling out some twine. This is twine I picked up at Michael's. I don't know if you guys remember, and I actually think they're still there. I haven't been to Michael's for a while, but they had these little bins of these thick twines, and they're in balls, and I bought several different shades of it. So I did find this yellow one. I am going to tie bows, like I said, and put those, just set those on top of the tags that I put down. One of these tags I'm putting over on the right hand side will have a bow on it, and the other one is going to have that glitter gem that I had spoke about. In this kit, I also had some puffy, well, they're weird. They're kind of like, they look like die cuts, but they are on foam. So they're like foam pieces, but they're not really like, they're not puffy. I don't know if that makes sense. You guys probably know because you probably had them. So I do use several of those. I use some leaves, and I also use some of the acorns out of there. When I moved in here, it wasn't technically fall. I think fall started, or autumn started September 20th. Is that correct? 21st, something like that. And I moved in on the 17th, or, for my final signing away of my other house, and everything was on the 17th of September. So it was almost fall. So I think that these fall papers work pretty good with it, and those fall leaves, pretty cool. There's where that gold gem comes down, or that gold glitter dot comes down. That is from Close to My Heart. I am just going to stick this little circle that is of that same kind of yellow gingham as one of the tags. I'm going to sit it down just as a cluster base right here. Throw a little throw a few die cuts on there. This key, I loved this key. I didn't think I would ever use a key, but it on this layout, I will be putting photos of my home, so I think that works pretty good. I do take a couple of the other of the puffies. There were some flowers and I think that's it. I had the acorns, the leaves, and the flowers. So I do throw some of those flowers down there as well. I didn't have anything out for splatters at this time, so I am just going to finish it off with some more of those gold gems, the same gems that I used for that tag. You can see right there, to put that bow down, I was just using those mini bling dots. Here's where we're going to go ahead and put down some more of those little glitter gems. I think after that, guys, I'm not going to do anything else to this layout. The pictures are absolutely terrible, and I'm sorry for that. They have a blue haze on them. Yeah, I'm not going to go in and fix them. It just is what it is. I'm so far behind on everything. It's going to have to be fine. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please check my links down below. If you'd like to support my channel, hop over to my Close to My Heart affiliate link, beckybeating.closetomyheart.com, and pick yourself up something, these gold gems. Perfect. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.